Distorted View Daily proudly presents B. Arthur, still looking for marijuana.
Hello?
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 Oh, hi. Yes, I heard you call. What a pleasant surprise.
Who it is?
Angela?
Who?
Angela?
Who it
We
is?
need to talk.
Hello?
I need some marijuana.
Hello?
Hello?
Who it is?
Angela?
Tangela.
Yes,
This a message from Tangela.
yes.
Is
I
she on the
need
phone?
some marijuana. I've got to have some marijuana.
Hello?
Hello?
Who is this here playing on the phone? It ain't no damn joke because whoever you call or whoever this is or calling him talking about marijuana, they don't do no damn marijuana over here, okay?
I smoke as much grass as you do.
Well, tell your mammy and your pappy to give it to you.
I did you a favor. You do me a favor.
Hey, Freaks, it's Saturday, August 11th, 2018. Coming up on the program today, making an even gayer version of WWE Wrestling, plus eating an entire can of bleach cleaner, living that pedo lifestyle, and one of the greatest voicemail calls I've heard in years. All coming up today.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
How did we get to that?
Yeah, Tim Henson back here with you for a weekend podcast, making up for the fact there was no show yesterday. Apologize for that. I mean, we did air a best of podcast, so you had something to listen to while I was dealing with a few different service people. We were having some oven issues. We bought this amazing deal of an oven I told you guys about from the Home Depot, and it didn't work. It was like making buzzing noises. And then our gas pipe wasn't aligned correctly or something. So we had a plumber come yesterday and a guy from GE, and they all ended up coming late. So I apologize for that. I do have a great show for you today. We start things off talking about wrestling. I was never a huge fan of like WWF wrestling, now WWE, but my sister's ex-fiance was like super into it. He was an idiot. And because he was watching it all the time, my sister started watching, and she saw like several wrestlers who had like long hair, and you know, they were half naked, and that's what my sister's into. Half naked men with long hair. So she became a fan. And it was around the time that I was, 15, 16 years old. They moved into a house, and occasionally they would invite me over to stay for the weekend or overnight or something. It was kind of weird because my sister's so much older than me. So she was in her 30s. I was like 15. We had very little in common, but I loved going over there. First of all, it was an escape from my parents, something all teenagers want. And then on top of it, my sister and her fiance had a descrambler, which was this little I don't even know if these things exist anymore. It was like this little box that worked with your cable, and it basically gave you free HBO, free Showtime, all the restricted channels, including the porn channels, were descrambled and free. You're starting to see the appeal of visiting my sister. I would bring over 6-packs of blank tapes and record the adult channel all night long. So I had something to, masturbate to when I went home. Now think about this. I go over to my sister's house. Her fiance is an ex-Marine waltzing around shirtless, watching WWE Wrestling, which is just like a parade of greased-up half-naked men. Then they go to bed to fuck or whatever. And I'm left all alone in a room with a television that is basically an all-you-can-eat buffet of porn. I don't know how my dick didn't fall off. That little guy was used and abused, and it was awesome. The point in all of this is that I did actually watch WWF wrestling for all the wrong reasons. No, I was kind of forced to when I was, when I'd go over and visit my sister. So I knew of, like, Shawn Michaels, who was my sister's favorite. Bret the Hitman Hart. Those are the two I remember. I believe my sister's fiance was one of those WWE fans who thought that the wrestling was real. A real moron. I don't have a problem with people watching wrestling as long as they're aware that what they are watching is a soap opera geared towards men. It's not like real wrestling, you see college kids participating in. I can't believe we have to go over this. But yeah, there are morons who believe this is real. Example?
I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for all you've done to your bodies. It's still real to me, damn it. Thank you.
Take it easy, man.
Thank y'all guys. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Funk, for saying what needed to be said.
I wonder what it is that wrestler said that needed to be said. It's you and me, Undertaker. I'm gonna finish what I started at SummerSlam. Ah! That needed to be said. Undertaker's getting too big for his britches. There is, of course, a reason why I bring this up. So, we've got WWE Wrestling, obviously fake. There are others. There have been others. Glow, which is now a huge, Netflix program, like a dramatization of the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, which aired in the 80s. There are a bunch of regional fakey wrestling as well. I learned something interesting this past week, though. There is a professional gay wrestling league, and you can watch episodes of this shit show on Amazon Prime. It's quite possibly the worst thing I've ever seen with my eyes. Netflix has Stranger Things. And they have, House of Cards. All these prestigious television programs. Amazon's not even trying. They're picking up public access television shows from, Duluth. All right, so I've got some clips here from the first episode. Let's see how this goes.
Hello, boys. Rough Rider here. Fashionista. Pretty boy. Twerker.
So this is his character, right? Which is a standard gay guy, right?
When I'm not in the ring at the PGW getting all hot and sweaty, I'm grinding in the dance studio, pumping up at the gym, or having girl talk with my boy.
The B-roll is footage of him twerking and in glitter and in feather angel outfits and shit.
So, to all my roughers out there, fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be one rough rider.
Next up, an interview with another wrestler. This guy has big old saggy tits and is about 90 years old.
This is Montgomery Minx here with Big Daddy. Big Daddy, the champion of PGW, the Gay Avenger. He says that you're nothing but a bully and a brute and a meanie, and he's going to take care of you. What do you say to that?
I say he's right. I am a bully. I am a meanie. And I'm going to come after you, Gay Avenger. You're going to feel the smackdown of Big Daddy. You're going to feel the big, bouncing, hard-ass bump. That's what you're going to get, because I'm going to give it to you straight.
I'm not sure why we were introduced to Rough Rider, the black gay wrestler, because he's not in this match. It's Big Daddy, who I like way more. He at least sounds like a wrestler. Big Daddy versus some white guy. I don't know. They didn't introduce him. How the fuck am I supposed to know who he's wrestling?
Welcome. Bruce Riddell here along with Monty Minx. Part of professional gay wrestling, our first match with Big Daddy.
All right, we're in the ring.
Big Daddy versus Secret Star. Big Daddy, really with a lot to say to our PGW champion, the Gay Avenger.
Apparently, looks forward to giving him the Big Daddy bounce and penalizing him.
Yes, and that does not sound pleasant.
I don't know if the Gay Avenger is ready for the bouncing bump that Big Daddy wants to give him.
I don't know if he is. I don't know.
They're barely... it's so fake. They're not even touching each other, right? When he's hitting Big Daddy's stomach,
the Star is ready for this.
He slows down his punch so he doesn't actually make contact.
He's young and hungry and full of spunk, but that is a lot of man mountain he's going up against right now.
He definitely looks like he's going to handle him.
Yeah, and a headlock. And a headlock. Now he's just stomping all over him.
By the way, there's no one in the audience. No one is watching this.
Secret Star turns the
Look
table.
At this. But that's what happens.
Big Daddy's got the mind of a professional.
Big Daddy has been in this business for a while. And look, this is almost over. Look.
Big Daddy's getting up on the ring.
He's going to Big Daddy. All of that Big Daddy.
They show Big Daddy up on the top of the ropes, as if he's going to jump down and slam into this guy. But then there's a cut at the last second, and then you see Big Daddy landing on him, but you don't actually see the jump. You know what I mean? Like, it's just really fake.
Daddy Wade just down on that floor. Little ref. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Straight ref Randall calls it. It is over. Now he's trying to get him off, of course.
Big Daddy doesn't.
Big Daddy doesn't. Oh no!
Wait a minute.
Big Daddy doesn't want to get up, right? So now he's attacking the referee.
On straight ref Randall.
This is not good.
This is
come on. Better not to do this.
He is sending a message to the Gay Avenger right now. He is telling the Gay Avenger he doesn't care about the rules.
So he slammed the referee down onto the mat, and now Big Daddy's getting back up on the ropes, and he's going to slam into this guy.
Doesn't care about anything. This is awful. This is awful. Someone has got to stop this.
We've got to get an from somewhere in the ring.
Somebody please come out, and he's going up again. He's going up again.
He's going to go for the double bounce.
Oh, this is the Big Daddy bounce.
No.
No.
Straight ref Randall's going to be firing a word.
He lands on his feet. He doesn't even touch this guy. You got to watch this. This is the worst thing in the world.
Comp claim tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Oh, workman.
Straight ref Randall may have a curve in his spine after this one.
Oh, my word.
I have to believe that this show was produced, a little tongue-in-cheek. They don't actually expect us to believe this is real. However, it's still really bad. And I don't know if these guys are gay or not. If they're not gay, this is some pretty fucking homophobic shit. And I love it. Now, that was the first episode, the pilot, if you will. Those tend to be a little rocky. Let me just fast forward to the most recent episode, and it looks like there's a three-way match going on between the Gay Avenger, someone named the GOP, and I'm not sure who the third wrestler is.
Heavyweight championship match right here with the PGW after a night of upsets, what you saw earlier. And here we are, ready for what was supposed to be a singles match between Tristan Tightass, who was actually...
Tristan Tightass is the third wrestler, I guess.
Winner of the match between Esteban Santana to earn the right to be going against the Gay Avenger, the longest standing heavyweight champion in the PGW.
Yes, and then GOP has introduced some last-minute legislation, he calls it, and all of a sudden he's in the mix. So now we've got a triple threat three-way, which is one of my favorite things, I have to tell you.
The three-way or the triple threat, my friend?
Reviews for the show have not been kind on Amazon. Oh, we do have a 5-star review. That's the very first one. I watched this first episode. I seriously enjoyed it. I've been a fan of Glow since the 80s, and this emulates Glow. Pink ropes and all, but with gorgeous guys in place of the beautiful mix of ladies. If you're looking for a serious WWE-style wrestling, this is not for you. The rest of the reviews are pretty much all 1 star. Utterly shocked at how horrible this was. Couldn't even make it through. Not funny, just disappointing. 1 star, a complete waste of time. I only watched for 10 minutes and moved on. Do not waste your time. This is another one. It gives gays a bad name. Do not waste your time. Horrible show. The acting is bad. The wrestling is garbage. Looks like it was made on a $10 budget. Next up, 1 star. Come on. This is so fake. Even first-time students in pro wrestling schools would turn their heads in embarrassment. Next review, do not waste your time even clicking on this nonsense. Another 1-star review, truly horrible.
And wait a minute, out of the curtain comes none other than Esteban Santana.
Esteban Santana, knocking out Fat Ref Tommy now dreaming about the Grand Slam at Denny's. He is out.
Every single match, the referee is the one that gets knocked out.
Now look at that choking. Choking, asphyxiation against the laws normally. But
nobody here to actually take control here.
The GOP not introducing any legislation.
No, not now. He's making sure he stays completely out of the ring. He's safe outside the ring with Destiny by his side.
Gay Avenger now getting choked. This is so humiliating for the champion.
Trying to keep the white man down. I don't understand what these maneuvers are all about.
Well, things are getting a little racist, keeping the white man down.
Trying to keep the white man down. I don't understand what these maneuvers are all about.
Well, I don't
and a knee right to the chest.
I don't have any sympathy for the white man.
Maybe one of the wrestlers is named the White Man? I don't know. I can't figure it out. Anyways, if you've got Amazon Prime, you can check out PGW. I don't know why you would. Professional Gay Wrestling. So there you go. I don't know what else to say about that.
You are a faggot!
Yeah, that about sums it up. Moving on now, thank Christ. One thing I see a lot of online are challenges. And it started with good intentions. Remember the Ice Bucket Challenge? They were raising money for ALS. Millions upon millions of dollars raised to end this horrible disease. It's still around. Ultimately, nothing happened except for you got to see your grandma get wet. Really gonna get it? No, not that kind of wet. So, yeah, there's a lot of internet challenges. The planking challenge, the whatever, eat a spoonful of cinnamon challenge, and then things got dangerous. The jumping off the roof challenge comes to mind. Eating Tide Pods. Now we're just down in straight up bleach. That is where we are at. Yes, I have got a clip here of the Comet Challenge.
Now, I came up with something new. We're going to do the Comet Challenge and things of that nature. Your comment has to be closed.
This is a woman, believe it or not. Or at least she wants us to believe she's a woman. At one point, she was a man. I have to believe that. The voice is always the last thing to transition, apparently. She's got big old titties, though, wearing a bikini. But, okay, so she is going to do the Comet Challenge.
I came up with something new. We're going to do the Comet Challenge and things of that nature. Your comment has to be closed, so don't cheat, bitches.
Yeah, it's sealed.
Do not cheat. Your comment has to be all the way closed and things of that nature. See, I closed. Put your goggles on. They say don't get none in your eyes and shit like that.
You're worried about it getting in your eyes? You're about to ingest it. I'm just taking proper precautions. It's like drinking a sip of water before setting yourself on fire. You're going to want to be hydrated for this. Doesn't matter. All right, so here we go. Let's do this.
Goggles on. They say don't get none in your eyes and shit like that. And I always have your Listerine and water and stuff like this. So we're going to try the Comet Challenge and see what's going to happen.
She doesn't waste any time. She doesn't, like, put a little bit of Comet on her finger and eat that. Or, dig a spoon into the Comet container. No. She just dumps the whole thing in her mouth. The whole fucking jar of Comet. It doesn't take long for her to realize this was a bad idea. You can tell by those noises.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe, bitch.
Yeah, the Listerine's gonna help. I'm not sure how Listerine interacts with bleach. Can't be good.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I can't breathe. Oh shit! Oh that shit! Oh shit! You motherfuckers! Y'all try to Comet Challenge, man. You toughen up, bitch.
I want to believe this is fake, but I've seen too many videos online. And also, as much as this woman wants us to believe that she came up with this brand new idea of a Comet Challenge, she's not the first person to eat bleach. May I direct your attention to an episode of My Strange Addiction?
My name is Crystal.
Meth is my last name.
And I can't stop eating a household cleanser.
And it's obviously Comet. I mean, for the TV show, they took a Sharpie and blacked out the logo, but it's green. It's a green tin.
I like the texture, kind of grainy. Sometimes it's kind of like having sand in your mouth. And I like the taste. When I first started eating it, I would put some in my hand and mix it with the water and make it into a thick paste.
Oh, God. I will say this, though. There's a very, very slight green tint to this Comet. And when she puts water on it, you can even see it a little more, right? However, when that black woman thing was doing the challenge, it was very, very white. Further proof that could have been fake. Tim Henson, internet sleuth.
It progressed from...
Hold on, I want to see her make this paste and rub it on her teeth.
First started eating it, I would put some in my hand and mix it with the water and make it into a thick paste. Then it progressed from not mixing it with water to just eating it dry. It's creepy, I know. How can you...
She's talking to her daughter, Jennifer, who I guess doesn't know anything about this. This is the first time she's heard about this.
You do it? Daily. For how long? Since I was 12.
Oh my God, is she still alive? I guess proof that you can eat Comet.
What is this doing to your insides?
Insides?
I took chemistry in high school, and you don't ingest things like that.
I think
she's got very white teeth, if that means anything.
I downplayed through the years maybe the harm that it could have done.
I don't entirely understand how she eats it to begin with. It's something I want to see.
Really? You're encouraging your mother?
I put a little in my hand like this, and then like that. Yeah, I know, honey. Or sometimes...
She's like, yeah, I'm really fucked up, honey, I know.
Just like this.
Did you ever read, like, the warning label? May be harmful if swallowed or inhaled.
May be harmful.
Wash hands after handling and before eating, drinking, chewing gum.
I do wash my hands after. I lick them clean. It's wet.
Using tobacco or using the toilet. They don't want this anywhere inside of you.
She's eating it. She's eating it as the daughter's reading the warning label.
I think that on some level, it's something I've been trying to do to maybe destroy myself.
Well, see, now in that clip, when she ate it the last time, it looked very white.
And not take responsibility for it.
Blue there.
It's horrifying.
Green in another shot. I guess it's just how the video is color corrected, maybe? I don't know.
When I allow myself to think about it in terms like that.
There you go. Crystal is addicted to eating Comet. You don't hear her gagging and making a big production out of it.
Oh, shit, I can't breathe.
Yeah. It's all about moderation. All right. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted, and fucked up news. Now. If you're not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow, what are you waiting for? That is our member site, where you get full access to the entire archive of programs, well over 3,000 shows, plus every week we do exclusive programs just for paying freaks. It's a really good time to sign up. We've got a special going on through this weekend. Last few days to get that $6 monthly memberships or $60 yearly memberships. When you sign up, you get access to a special RSS feed just for members. You plug in your username and password in there. You get all of the free shows and all of the exclusive material. There are other feeds as well, like yearly archive feeds and stuff like that. There's videos if you delve into the archives and stuff like that. Great time to sign up. Support this stupidity. Thank you so much to all of my current and hopefully future Sideshow members. Again, superfreaksideshow.com. All right. 3 quick stories, then we'll get the hell out of here. First up. A logging truck driver is recovering after being run over by his own fully loaded truck near Lake Kapowski. What? No, Kapowsin. Kapowski, of course, was the last name of Kelly Kapowski, Saved by the Bell fame. All right, so yes, this was in Pierce County over there in Washington State. This all happened on April 16th. What exactly happened? West used a special set of skills to save his own life, even though he ended up losing a leg. A couple of things. How skillful was he if he had to rip off his own leg? You'd think a more skilled person would be able to save the leg. Second of all, your job is to drive a truck. That should be your special skill. But it seems to me like you're not very good at it, because at some point you got out of the truck and then it ran you over. Like you forgot to put it in park. Is that what happened here? All right, quote, I basically felt or heard the bones in my leg break. I like how his reaction was like, well, that leg's fucked. I might as well just rip it off. You know, doctors can fix a broken leg. All right, as he stood tightening the load of his logging truck deep in the woods, it started to skid, knocking him under the back wheels. Jesus fucking Christ. So I spun around on my back underneath, and it had already taken most of it off. And that's when I shoved it and ripped my leg off. What? I don't understand what happened here. He's not describing this very well. It was April 16th, and the weather near Lake Kapowsin was cold, snowy, and windy. The rescue helicopter wasn't going to make it, and the nearest paramedics were nearly an hour away. What's a man to do? Wes said he knew just what to do, as coworkers rushed to help him. I told everybody, stay calm. which is something that other people should be telling you. Wes had them make a tourniquet for what was left of his leg out of a belt. Then he told them to ask for Medic 93 and 96 out of Graham Fire and Rescue. Troy, I guess that's this guy's name, Troy was also a firefighter and a fire commissioner with the Orting Valley Fire and Rescue. It's something he'd been doing since he was 18 years old. Quote, and I was the only one that was calm, and everybody else was freaked out, and I calmed them down. He even talked to the 911 dispatcher himself. I told dispatch, and they go, is the patient alert and oriented? And I go, you're talking to the patient. This is what I want. He's extremely fortunate just to receive the injury that he did, said friend Jake, who is also a firefighter. He could have easily just been killed there on the spot. It was a split-second decision, Wes said. Either I get pulled into this and lose my life, or I rip a limb off. He's recuperating at his home after nearly losing his life and will be getting a prosthetic leg soon. There's not much room for West and his wife to move around as they live in a single-wide mobile home with their small dogs. As if the story couldn't get sadder. The tires that crushed his legs didn't crush West's spirit, though. It's all positive. There's no negative here. I lost 30 pounds thanks to losing my leg. I mean, I still have a big belly. It was all leg weight I lost. All right, a benefit dinner and auction is set for this Saturday, today, at the Buckley Eagles to help Troy in his recovery and get a larger home. I guess it's hard to maneuver with a prosthetic leg in a tin can-like single-wide mobile home. You need a house with wide doors and shit, right? Mobile homes are not wheelchair accessible. That's kind of what he's rolling around in now. All right, second story we have for you today, a TEDx talk. Now, I don't know the difference between TED and TEDx. I think TED Talks are like the big talks. You know, you've seen TED Talks before, where smarty pantses go up there and lecture us dum-dums. I think TEDx, though, are like more regional, smaller ones. Like anyone, like a group can set up a TEDx talk. It doesn't have to be organized by the TED Foundation or whatever. I know very little about TED. All right, whatever. It doesn't matter. A TEDx talk from a May 5th event at the University of Würzburg in Germany is seeing a backlash for its views on pedophilia. Oh, no. The talk, given by medical student Mirjam Hein, goes by the title, Pedophilia is a Natural Sexual Orientation. How smart could this woman really be if she didn't realize there was going to be some pushback to a TED Talk basically saying, pedophilia is normal, get over it? She cites scientific research that proposes pedophilia is an unchangeable sexual orientation. She also tells the story of Jonas, a 19-year-old student who has to hide his attraction to female children, but has never acted on his urges. Good! That's what's supposed to happen. Look, I don't know if pedophiles are born wanting to suck baby cock or if it's learned. It doesn't matter, though, because it's wrong. I could even buy into the argument that it can't be changed. Can you change your, sexual preferences? No, although being attracted to a baby is not like being attracted to a specific gender. It's an age thing. So it's not like, hey, I'm a guy. I'm attracted to broads, right? I can't, for the life of me, I can't make myself get a boner for a dude. That's not exactly the same thing as pedophilia. And, there are plenty of, girls that look really young. Just go for one of them. Why do they actually have to be toddlers? Go to Japan. They all look like they're fucking 12. The actual TEDx talk has been pulled. However, some organization or whatever, got clips of it, and they did that annoying thing where they put music in the background, really real dramatic music.
Most of us feel discomfort when we think about pedophiles. But just like pedophiles, we are not responsible for our feelings.
You know what? Let's not tell pedophiles that. Even if it's true. Let's say 1,000 studies come out and they all reveal the same thing. Some people are just born liking toddlers. Let's just lie to pedophiles about that. Let's not make it seem normal or, it's okay.
We do not choose them, but we are responsible for our actions, and we must make a decision. It is our responsibility to reflect and to overcome our negative feelings about pedophiles.
You know, when she said we're responsible for our own actions, I thought she was talking about pedophilia. Like, look, these people are attracted to little kids, but they need to know that that's wrong. They shouldn't act on it. That's not what she's saying. She's talking to us, the people who are not pedophiles. We're responsible for our actions, like how we respond to pedophiles, I guess. We're supposed to be nice to them?
Responsibility.
Is that what she's saying?
To reflect and to overcome our negative
feelings. Not overcome pedophilia. Overcome how we feel about pedophiles.
To reflect and to overcome our negative feelings about pedophiles. And to treat them with the same respect we treat other people with.
I'm Tim Henson. I'm a kitty fucker. Nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you, Tim. I respect your decision and your lifestyle. That is how we're supposed to respond?
We should accept that pedophiles are people who have not chosen their sexuality and who, unlike most of us, will never be able to live it out freely.
Some pedophiles tried to live freely. It didn't work out so well for them. They were very loud and proud about it. They started a podcast. And then most of them, I think, now are behind bars. The pedologues have been canceled.
If they want to lead an upright life, we should accept that pedophilia is a sexual preference.
Yes.
Okay, so that's one woman. And then now there's another woman speaking about this.
Yes. From an emotional point of view, I can kind of understand that you would want to eliminate these people from society.
I kind of see where you're coming from about how like pedophilia is bad, fucking a child is bad. In theory, I kind of get it.
However, it doesn't make sense. And that's because we're talking about biology. We're talking about a sexual orientation. Wow. Something that we simply cannot change. And on top of that...
So my solution then is to just castrate these motherfuckers, right? If that's true, if these people can't change the way they behave, then I'm sorry, you can't have a dick. Life is cruel, life sucks. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Every day...
That's how your cock and balls crumble chemically.
New people are born with the same difficulty. So it's not practical to eliminate these people from society. They haven't...
We've got too many people. Anyway, who cares if we lose some pedophiles? We can make some room for a few non-child rapists. TED has released a statement. I guess this is the TED of TED Talk. This talk and its removal was recently brought to our attention. After reviewing the talk, we believe it cites research in ways that are open to serious misinterpretation. This led some viewers to interpret the talk as an argument in favor of an illegal and harmful practice. Furthermore, after contacting the organizer... See, that's the thing, though. If there is research on this that states, like, look, pedophiles are born this way, as much as we don't want to hear it, as much as we don't believe it, as much as we still think pedophilia is wrong, facts are fucking facts. Sometimes stuff that is true is still bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to hear it, we don't want to believe it, but it's true. And I don't know if that's the case with pedophilia. I'm sorry. I don't know. Anyway, that's funny. All right. So here we go. So there was some sort of research about this. Anyway, people misinterpreted it. Furthermore, after contacting the organizer to understand why it had been taken down, we learned that the speaker herself requested it be removed from the internet because she had serious concerns about her own safety in its wake. The blog reiterates that TEDx events are organized independently from the main annual TED conference. Our nonprofit TED organization does not control TEDx events. So there you go. I was just thinking as I was talking or reading that last part, I'm going to argue with myself here. I was just saying, like, look, if the research is there, if there's scientific facts, we just need to accept it. But that's not really true because throughout history, there's been tons of research that has been fucking wrong about all sorts of topics. So, I am not going to believe that pedophilia is a valid sexual orientation until, like, 99% of scientists agree. Some stupid German bitch citing, like, one study. Germans who are into all sorts of weird sex shit. I'm sorry. I'm going to need a cleaner group of people to do research. No Japanese and no Germans. Thank you. Final story we have for you today. This one just happens to come from our most fucked up state. Say it with me.
Florida is the most fucked up state.
Well, this is quite an interesting scam. The story comes from Polk County, Florida. 2 men are wanted after purchasing external hard drives from Target. Okay. Then replacing the hardware inside of the drive, right? Inside of the enclosure where the actual hard drive lies. They replaced that with Play-Doh. And then they returned the equipment with receipts. The Polk County Sheriff's Office, I guess the Play-Doh gives it a little bit of weight, so it seems like there's still a hard drive in there, maybe? The Polk County Sheriff's Office Organized Retail Crime Unit has issued warrants for the arrest of 2 suspects wanted in fraudulent returns at Target stores located in Orange, Polk, and Volusia counties. I don't know. According to the warrants, between January 16th and 18th, Jose Riviera Jr., 36, of Winter Park, purchased 69 external hard drives from 16 different Target stores. Once the boxes were opened by Target employees, they discovered Play-Doh inside of the hard drives in place of the actual hardware. The total value of the theft is reported at about $6,000. The men are being charged with organized schemes to defraud and conspiracy to commit organized schemes to defraud. Both are believed to be in Orange County. Lord Douche pulls this shit all the time. I mean, not in a criminal way, maybe, but like, say like he purchased a Netgear router. We're going to use that as an example, hypothetically speaking. This just happened. Say like he purchased a Netgear router, right? Like 5 years ago. And then one day it dies. He will go and look to see where that model is still being sold, or a similar model. Buy that model and then return the broken one. Is that against the law? Is that wrong? He does that with battery backups too. Like the power back, the UPS backup things, right? So it's like $100, right? To buy just the battery, it's almost the same price, right? So you just buy, a new battery backup. Take the battery out. Swap the batteries. The more I am talking, the more it seems like, yeah, he's doing something bad there. He should really be stopped. Just yesterday, he loves Costco. If you guys are not a member of Costco, I know it's like $50 a year or something, just to have the privilege to shop at their fucking store, but it's kind of worth it because their return policy is super lax, and that's what Lord Douche loves, right? Their return policy is like, you can return it at any time, no matter the condition. We've returned dog beds that have been pissed and shit on. We're that trashy when it comes to. He just returned yesterday. He bought this like lamb meat. I don't know. It's some sort of like lamb stew at Costco, and it expired back in June. He just forgot to eat it. Right? They took it back. I could never do that myself. Like I don't know. Your dude doesn't have a problem with it. More power to him. And actually, he came out ahead. I mean, that fucking lamb thing was like $12, $15 or whatever. But still, to return expired food because you forgot to eat it, I would chalk that up to like that's my fuck up. I'm not going to return it. But still, it's better than, his like swapping out broken routers and returning. Like Costco has their policy, and their policy is return whatever the fuck you want. We'll take it back. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. All right. Both of these men, both Riviera and this guy, Rainer Bentlin, who I didn't really mention, but he was like the accomplice. He would like return the hard drives and shit. Both have criminal history and have spent time in state prison. Detectives are working with the Orange County Sheriff's Office and Orlando Police to locate and apprehend the men. So there you go. That is what's happening in your world today, freaks. I fully expect a warrant out for Lord Douche's arrest real soon. Let's do a couple voicemails to get the hell out of here. I absolutely love hearing from you, freaks. Even though sometimes I act like I'm annoyed with these voicemails, I love hearing from you. 206-666-4463. You can always email me. show@distortedview.com. Other ways to contact me, I'm all over social media, @distortedview on Twitter and Instagram, And I'm Distorted View Show on Facebook. That's like facebook.com/Distorted View Show. And YouTube, youtube.com/Distorted View Show. We also have a special voicemail line just for patrons. Pledge a few dollars over there at patreon.com/Distorted View. I will play your calls first. As a matter of fact, the first call I have for you today is from a patron.
Jimmy Boo, Sideshow member, DJ C, Patreon member.
Nice.
Just calling to say you are a genius. I don't know. I don't have 1 million followers.
I know, right?
1 million people paying for that Sideshow. Huh. It has to be the greatest show I listen to on a weekly basis. I love the show.
Thank you.
I was listening to Thursday show, I believe it was, with the...
Wait till you hear that gay wrestling bit today. Cancel.
Sensitive Bake Girl doing the 9/11 tribute. That was freaking hilarious. And you are 100% correct. The pussification of America has brought us to this point where everybody is offended by everything.
I know.
It is the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Don't get me wrong. I get offended by shit, or I shouldn't say I get offended. There's things I don't like that people say all the time. But I'm not a big fucking crybaby about it. I don't go get on Twitter about it and cry and whine and bitch and demand action be taken against people who say shit I don't like. I just call them assholes and I move on with my fucking life. You know what I mean?
Gentleman who started in my office, and he is offended by everything.
I know.
But it's so weird because he's like snarky and cocky and like so strange that like he puts other people down, yet he's offended by everything.
Yeah.
It's
he's allowed to be a fucking dick.
unreal.
People.
I've never seen nothing like it. We have puss children. This is what happens when you take a kid, you tell them, you know, you could do anything, you could be anything. No, that's not true.
I know.
Fucking college loans, all this bullshit. These kids need to go out and get a fucking job and learn how to work.
So, like, you know, let me ask parents out there, parents of kids these days, who has a child that is just not good at something, like a sport. Let's say this kid, your kid sucks at baseball, right? What happens if he really likes baseball, though, but he's awful at it? What happens when he goes out for that sport? Do they just let him on the team now? Is that where we're at? Or do they say, like, no, you're not good enough to be on the team. Get better and then come back next year. I have a feeling it's more of a everyone's on the team.
Before they freaking come into the workplace.
I was told so many times throughout my childhood, you suck. There was very few things I was good at. You know what I mean? That's why I hold myself up in my bedroom and started recording.
It's horrible.
I found something I was good at.
I was one of the smartest listeners of Distorted View.
See, I think that's the real thing. Being bad at shit makes you find something you're good at. Ooh, I think I stumbled upon something here. If you're constantly being told that you're good at everything when really you suck, you're going to just sort of like do what people say you're good at, even though you're not. You know what I mean? So this kid's going to probably go throughout his entire childhood up to high school and stuff playing baseball, even though he sucks at it. And then finally, when the real world hits, he's like, I'm going to be a Major League Baseball player. Oh, no, you're not. And that's when fucking reality's going to hit him. That's how we get drug addicts, right?
Finding these children. The world needs ditch diggers and construction workers. God damn it, it's a good paying job.
That's what happens. Exactly. So, like, if you're constantly told throughout life, like, I want to be a, I don't know, basketball player. No, you suck at that. You're never going to be a professional basketball player. Well, I'm going to be a doctor. Well, your grades fucking suck, right? You're too dumb to be a doctor. Well, then I'm going to be a dancer. You've got no rhythm. You're white. I'm going to be a chef. You burn all your food. You're awful. Eventually, there's not going to be anything left for him to do except, you know, maybe he'll find that he's good at construction. And that's how we get construction workers.
Get to work.
I don't know.
Love you, Timmy Boo. Keep up the great work.
Riled up.
Amazing. Love it. You are a genius.
Yeah, people need to be told they're not good at stuff. It builds character. It lowers expectation, unrealistic expectations.
When done, hit the pound sign. That's the pound sign. Say hello.
Hello. Oh, no.
Hello.
What's up, big man?
Oh, I'm doing great.
I'm on the line. I'm on the line with with Tim Henson.
Oh, this is not a bad bit. So this girl called into one of those sex party lines, found a guy, and then called into the voicemail line while she was talking to him.
I'm on the line with Tim Henson. Say Tim Henson.
Yeah?
Three-way, baby.
Say Distorted View.
You're on the line with Tim Henson?
That's right. Say, listen to Distorted View.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Say it.
Listen to the Sordid Deal.
Now jerk your cock. You gonna pump your cock to me?
Yeah, I'll pump my cock, baby. I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
Pump it right now.
Guys are so fucking dumb. Why in the world is he continuing on with this after hearing that first part? Hey, I'm on with Tim. You're on a radio show named Distorted View. He was a little concerned, but then the second she was like, hey, jerk your cock for me. Oh, okay, yeah. Good idea. She just told you were basically on a radio show. Your voice is being recorded.
Now jerk your cock. You gonna pump your cock to me?
Yeah, I'll pump my cock, baby. I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
Pump it right now.
I'm pumping it.
You gonna be my little bitch? You gonna be my little bitch?
I am. I'm your bitch. I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
That's right. You my faggot? You my bitch?
Oh.
Pump it.
Can I be your
cock.
Can I be your faggot bitch?
That's fucking right. You hear that, Tim? Fuck yeah. Pump your cock. I want to hear you fucking come. Stroke it.
Oh, you want to hear me?
All of you lady freaks need to take a lesson from this woman. She is doing some amazing work.
I want to hear you fucking come. Stroke it.
Oh, you want to hear me? Do you want to hear me suck some dick?
Suck some cock. Say you want to suck Tim. Tell Tim you want to suck his cock. Say Tim Henson, I want to suck your cock.
Big Tim, I want to suck your cock.
That's fucking right. Everyone fucking hear that. Fuck yeah.
I want you to fuck me in the ass, too.
They're all fucking listening to you right now. You fuck. Now pump it. Stroke your cock. Stroke your cock while you suck all those.
Well, maybe he's okay with being heard. You know what I mean? He sounds like one of those like humiliation faggots.
Stroke your cock while you suck all those dicks, you fucking faggot. Pump it right now.
I want to be a cum dumpster.
You're going to be a fucking cum dumpster for all of them. Those freaks out there fucking listening to you. Jerk your cock. Pump it now.
How many dicks do I get to suck tonight?
You're going to fucking suck a big incognito dick. Got that. You're going to fucking suck on Scumhook's cock. You're going to fucking suck that decoy Jew fucking glory fucking Jewish cock. Fuck.
Let's get Spiral Hamfucker in there, please.
Fuck yeah. You're gonna fucking
take it up
suck.
the ass too.
That's right. Lord Douche is gonna fuck you up the ass while you suck on Tim's cock. We're gonna make a fucking sandwich out of you, you fucking bitch. Now pump that.
I'm a whore.
You're a
I'm
fucking
a little man whore.
You're a little fucking man whore. Now pump that cock.
I love cum.
That's right. You fucking faggot. Pump your fucking cock. Pump your fucking cock. I don't fucking have all day. It's a stroke. So fucking stroke. Fucking sneak now.
I just sucked my neighbor's dick.
You have 10 fucking seconds. Do you hear me? You have 10 fucking seconds.
10 seconds?
9.
Oh, God, I want to be... Oh, baby. I want cock all night.
7. 6.
God.
5.
She's even working a countdown into this. Fantastic.
God.
5.
Fill my
4,
ass with your cum.
3,
Spray your cum all over my face.
2.
Oh, baby, I love you.
Oh,
I love it.
Coming all over you. Putting cum all over you. You fuck.
How is she spraying cum all over her? What is she supposed to be?
You fuck. Yeah. Haley's Comet's pumping its cum all over you. You fucking love it. So you fucking love it.
I'm sucking dick, aren't I?
You're sucking dick. You're fucking sucking dick. You're the
Tim,
fucking
I'm
dick.
sucking your dick.
You're the
Who else
fucking
is there?
faggot.
Tell me.
They're all listening to you. There's a
Is
fucking...
John there?
There's 1,000 people fucking listening to you right now.
There's no John.
You fuck.
Oh, really?
You fucking goddamn right. So do it
I want a big,
right now.
giant cock in my ass.
You've had enough time.
I want 10 inches in my dick.
God, what an amazing piece of work! Round of applause for Distorted View's MVP of the week. All right, let's end it right there. There's no topping that, right? That's all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
You're going to feel the smackdown of Big Daddy.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. Guys, thank you so much for a great week of programs. We'll be back on Monday to do it all over again. Until then, bye, everybody.
That's all, folks.